Welcome back into the Miami Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Nic Rohloff, and the NBA draft is officially over, and the Heat only selected one player. They had no second-round picks in this draft. They had the 18th overall selection. They did not make any moves to get back into the second round to make any picks. So we came out with a video breaking down that one selection, but now we're going to give my official draft grades on that 18th selection. That was Jaime Jaquez Jr., the forward/wing out of UCLA. And initially, my thoughts, I thought I gave were fair. I was a little bit more critical of this pick, but looking back onto it, I think I'm all in on this pick. Jaime Jaquez Jr. averaged 17.8 points per game at his UCLA in his final senior season, 8 rebounds, 1.5 steal a game, while shooting 48% from the field. I love Jaime Jaquez Jr.'s length, 6'6", 6'10", wingspan, 223 pounds, so he has an NBA-ready frame right away. He is 22 years of age. He'll be close to 23, but not officially 23 when the season rolls around. So he is a bit of an older prospect, but was ranked 22nd on my overall big board, so the Heat taking him at 18 wasn't that big of a reach. And the reason why he was higher on my big board, even though he was an older type prospect, it was his ability to step in and impact the contending team right from the jump. And you look at my scouting report on Jaime Jaquez Jr., my 8th overall wing, like I mentioned, 22nd overall. He will immediately be a solid role player for your Miami Heat. He has an ability to create for himself in the low post and hit catch and shoot jump shots, which we know is key in a Miami Heat offensive system that is primarily dominated by Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo. So you're going to be able to have to catch and shoot. Another plus for Jaime Jaquez, good court vision, and is not afraid to drop a dime in tight coverage. And as you guys know with Bam Adebayo, he is a very willing and able passer from the high post, and sometimes the Heat even run their offense through Bam at the high post, so he can either make the decision to take a jumper, hand it off, or hit a nice little backdoor cut to a cutting guy on the baseline. Jaquez will be able to step into that role and play right away. I'm a big fan of Jaquez Jr., and we're going to ask you for your grade on the pick. I'll give mine here in a second and expand on those thoughts, but pick number 18, round 1, grade the Miami Heat's pick, A, B, C, D, or F. Do you know ball? Comment below. I want to see all those grades in the comment section, and I want to chop it up with you guys and let you know why I think my grade is what it is, and I want to know why your grade is what it is. It is the pinned comment, so let me know down in the comment section. In the first video we put out tonight, I said the grade was a B-. I've changed it to a B+. I like Jaime Jaquez Jr. You know what? I'm willing to say I love Jaime Jaquez Jr. I mentioned all those scouting reports and the reason why I liked him, but there is so much more that goes into this pick. He's a Miami Heat basketball player. He has that toughness. He has that grittiness. And I'll share a nice little story about his favorite player in the NBA after this. But the Ringer's Kevin O'Connor on Jaime Jaquez Jr., this is what he had to say about the forward out of UCLA. Cleanest footwork out of anyone in the draft. He can change rhythms like a Tool song. He uses fakes and pivots to get defenders flying off the floor. With manipulative movements, he's able to generate space on drives and post-ups at the college level, and it should be translatable to the pros. And I agree with Kevin O'Connor. And the main point that I like that he had in that little quote was his shot fake. He has the ability to put a pump fake in the air and then drive by his defender and create offense for himself and others. And I actually love this quote that he was asked about in the process of meeting with reporters over the phone and on Zoom. They asked him about his pump fake and if his offensive game can translate to the NBA. What he said is that prospects and people have always told him that the game gets quicker as you move up, and you're going to have to get quicker too. Jaquez's response, maybe I just have to get even more slow with my moves. And I just love that dog mentality from Jaquez Jr. He's going to play his game. He doesn't really care what you think about it, and he's just going to do what he thinks is best for him and his particular team to win basketball games. And it was shown at UCLA because all 4 years he was there, UCLA won. In the 2 to 3 years he was the main player for them, what did they do? Championship game, Final Four in 2020, Sweet 16 in 2021, and then was it the Elite Eight or Sweet 16? Sweet 16 in the this past year. So Jaquez Jr. has led a winning UCLA team almost every year. We're going to break down Jaime Jaquez Jr. in depth some more, but make sure you do subscribe to the Heat Report. We brought you a video when the pick was out at 18. We're bringing you our draft grades for the Heat's 2023 NBA draft right now. And you know what we're going to be doing tomorrow? Breaking down all the two-way deals, undrafted free agents the Miami Heat signed after the draft class period is ended. There's a lot of roster spots on this Miami Heat Summer League that need to be filled. And we'll talk about the Summer League in a bit too, but we'll break down everybody the Heat signed to their Summer League and two-way as an undrafted free agent in tomorrow's video. So make sure you lock us in here at the Heat Report. Subscribe, and we'll be here tomorrow. But more on Jaquez Jr. You saw the scouting report earlier. How about this? This wasn't in the scouting report. His favorite player in the NBA. He was asked this 4 or 5 days ago. His answer, Jimmy mother effing Butler. How awesome is that the Heat's first-round picks favorite player to play like in the league and watch was Jimmy Butler, and now they're going to share the floor. And I think this is going to be a big key for Miami, is that his toughness, his grittiness is going to be out on full display, and you're going to really be able to see the type of player Jaquez is. And I'm excited to see him in that Heat Summer League system just a couple weeks from now. I believe it starts July 7th. Nikola Jovic should also be there too. So seeing Jaquez and Jovic is going to be very fun at the same time in that Summer League. But I wanted to share some quotes too in this post-game or in this press conference they had. Adam Simon, a guy in the Heat's front office, said there were 10 guys we really zeroed in on, and mostly around 19 years old when they were talking about that 18th selection. They ended up going with one of the guys that was older. Obviously, Jaquez is 22, and he said it was making the decision based on the player, and obviously the Heat had an affection for Jaquez Jr.'s game, and they also mentioned that he would be able to play both forward spots, whether that be the 3 in the small forward role or be in the 4. He is 6'6", without shoes on. He has good length, 6'10", and wingspan. Jaquez Jr. can really play any position for the Heat. He can even maybe play a big time too. That's one question. Adam Simon also noted that Jaquez shot 33% from 3. Not the greatest, but he shot better in his junior year at UCLA. But when players left from UCLA, you talk about Johnny Juzang and other players, he had to take a step up for his final year as a Bruin. And Adam Simon believes the volume in which Jaime Jaquez shot is the reason for his three-point shooting that went a little down. But this is my final quote I have to share on Jaime Jaquez. Checks a lot of boxes. He's a winner, competitor. I think he's going to be a favorite of our coaching staff. He's a great teammate and a hoop junkie. I think he really fits with us. That's Adam Simon on Jaime Jaquez Jr., and I absolutely love that quote from him, because when you think of Miami Heat basketball players, you think of someone who loves basketball, gritty, tough, mentally strong, willing to do whatever it takes to win a basketball game. Jaime Jaquez Jr. checks all those boxes, and I cannot wait to see him put on a Heat uni with Nikola Jovic in Las Vegas for the Summer League. I am so damn excited if you cannot tell. Now, before we close out of today's show, I got to ask you guys, we talked about we're going to have a video tomorrow in the midday breaking down all of the undrafted free agents the Heat signed to a two-way deal, a one-year deal, or just to the Summer League team. We're going to have that all for you tomorrow. But which UDFA should the Heat sign? If you have someone in mind that didn't go drafted, let me know down in the comment section if the Heat should pick them up, and we'll check in tomorrow to see if they did. That's going to be all for today's video. Like I said, make sure you lock us in for that big video tomorrow. Subscribe to the Heat Report, and I'll see you tomorrow with the Heat Summer League news and rumors.